You guys in the city, you can pee on your property till some pervert next door sees you and tries to make a big deal about you peeing on your property. Never mind the fact he was looking through your bushes. .55 Sunday morning. What's up, guys? I've been going for about 90 minutes. Finally getting up here. Just been doing computer stuff. Gonna jump on the treadmill and get the day started for real now. Past that, I'm not sure. The alarm is set for 9 a.m. So we'll probably leave here, be to Jackson at 11. I'm not sure what all we're doing today. 20 minutes in, I uploaded a video last night, so I went through and reacted to those comments. That can be thumbs up and heart. Thumbs up is anybody can thumbs up it, and it just leaves a number count as to how many people did. That's like a like. And then heart is the channel owner has liked it, is basically what the heart is. So went through, replied to people, just because if you reply to people, they will have more of a connection with you and they will frequent your stuff. And when you reply to them, it's psychological, but it also ups the algorithms. The more you interact with your people, the more YouTube shows your people your videos. And I have a ton of videos. I've been terrible about uploading them. They're uploaded. I just have to literally click a button to make any money off of those videos, because I don't make any money from YouTube. I'm super shadow banned and they don't monetize most of my videos. So I put links in there to Amazon, and when you click the link, it just takes you to Amazon. It shows you the product I'm talking about. You don't have to buy that product, but any product you buy in the next 24 hours gives me a little piece of that money. So think of it as taking money out of Amazon's pocket. And if you watch my videos because you don't like me and you're like, I'm not supporting that guy, take somebody you do like and support them, because we all do it. Anybody on YouTube does that. So that's what I'm doing. 22 minutes in. John, that's not any cardio. It's more cardio than you're doing, motherfucker. I promise you, 3 miles an hour. I'll go for at least 30 minutes here and then work out and then come back here. What I'm watching right now is a video called The Key to the City, a DIY tactical tool you can't be without. And the video is 11 minutes long. I am 100% convinced that you could just take videos, watch videos that interest you, and then take and make your own version of that video. Whether you give the guy props or not that you saw it from, whether anybody knows who it is, it could be a huge YouTube channel out there. You make a video and somebody that watches you but doesn't watch the other guy, nobody will know. Nobody will care. It's not going to hurt the other guy, not at all. And if you're worried about it, put a link in your video to the other guy and give your eyeballs to that guy. But I believe 1000%, I don't know what to make content about. Just make content about whatever it is you're watching and whatever it is you're trying and whatever it is you learn, and do your version of the video. You can straight plagiarize them. Nobody cares. If you can't make content only because you're not making content, that's my point to this. This is a video, it looks to be, I'm 2 minutes into it. Looks to be like he went and got a Harbor Freight pry bar. He's cut the handle off the pry bar. He's going to put Loctite adhesive on the pry bar, and then he's going to wrap it in paracord, and he calls it a tactical pry bar you can't be without, or whatever. I think he's a SWAT cop, and he goes on about how you can use it plainclothes or detective, or as a SWAT cop, you know, because detectives and plainclothes cops are breaking into shit all the time, right? Some of them probably are. And this would give you content. And who doesn't love going to Harbor Freight? Go to Harbor Freight. I'm going there today anyway. I'm going to Harbor Freight. You can get this pry bar. You can get to use your grinder and make some sparks. That's awesome B-roll. If you don't know what B-roll is, look it up. And it's content, and that could go into your thumbnail, right? Super survival tool for $5 that makes sparks. And that could just be your picture and total clickbait, so they don't know what it's about until they click on it. You could make that a 5-minute video or a 15-minute video. It could be several videos. One video could be you just talking at Harbor Freight and you on the way to Harbor Freight and you walking past the camera on the way into Harbor Freight. That could be a longer video. And then the how-to, you can make a complete different video with all the same content in it, well, some of the same footage, and chop it down to a 5-minute video. And you'll capture both audiences, the guy looking for the 5-minute video as well as the guy looking for the 15-minute video. Just saying. If you can cut it down to a minute or two, you could upload that to Instagram and Facebook and Getter and Locals and Float. 5 minutes has gone by on my cardio right now. Just saying. All right, 36 minutes. I could go another hour. Well, I could go another 30 minutes, definitely. So the video I just showed you is a guy named Johnny Tactical. Looking at his page a little further, he's not uploaded in over 6 months. And the only reason I clicked on the video is because he had a picture of a gas mask and a flashbang, and it was just kind of a dirty looking gas mask. So I actually assumed it was something, you know, post-apocalyptic or something to do with NBC stuff. So he caught me with the thumbnail. I looked at the title, mini pry bar under $10, and I'm like, cool. But I've actually thought about this a little bit more, and I'm going to Harbor Freight today, and he says these pry bars are $5. $5. So can I source these at Harbor Freight for $5? We'll find out. 6 months ago, maybe they're out of them. Different Harbor Freights probably have different stuff, but let's say you can get this pry bar. Looks like it's probably 10 inches long. Say you can get this for $5. He takes it, puts it in a vise. There's a vise right there. And he uses a pry bar and pries the handle off because they're just glued on shitty like most screwdriver handles are. So now you have this thing. You put a little glue on there. You wrap some 550 around there. The guys in the comments were saying, hey, drill a hole through there and put a lanyard hole on the back. You put the lanyard hole up front, that weakens your leverage point and you're gonna snap that thing. I literally watched Strider snap knives in vices, just tying the cord on the handles. They torque on them so much. They'd have all the blade part down inside some leather and they'd just be pulling, just body pulling on the cord. And I saw several knives snap over the years. So I would assume that these shitty pry bars that are just square stock, I would assume they would probably do the same. So drill towards the back, and then you can put a lanyard cord through there. And if nothing else, when that thing's down in your plate pocket or through your pals, you can use that to help get it out with, right? These are just some thoughts in my head. I literally just got off the treadmill after 35 minutes, and this is what I have in my head. So could you take this and make money off it? This guy had no click-through links on his videos at all. No way to give him money, no Patreon, nothing. And it looks like he's not even making videos any longer. Turns out he is a detective, looks like a uniformed detective. Props to you, doing the job, awesome. Good knowledge, good presentation. I don't know why he stopped making videos. I left him a thumbs up, left him a comment, couple comments on there. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go buy as many of these as I can at Harbor Freight, hopefully for $5. And I'm gonna pry these off of here. I'm gonna mess with it. This is gonna give me a couple things. It's gonna give me content. It's gonna give me a couple videos. It's gonna give me some social media posts. But I'm gonna take this $5, $6 worth of materials and I'm going to put different color paracord handles on these things. And I could even take it as far as having it laser etched with an SOE logo on it. And I'm gonna sell these, and I'm gonna sell these for $25. That's the price point where I think I can put 10, 15 minutes of labor into this thing and then teach somebody here at the shop how to do them how I want them, and $25. Would my customer base buy these for $25? John, you're giving away all your secrets. I am. Anybody could do this. You don't even have to pry the handle off of there unless you want to, maybe carry it through Pals or Molly. The SEAL teams always carried a big, huge flat blade screwdriver with them. The bigger, the better, the biggest they could find. It was usually a Craftsman screwdriver, and they would use them for their belt-fed weapons. Gunners would carry these things, and they would pry links out that would get jammed or shell casings that would get jammed, and they would use these things. And there was a few times, SEALs that I had spoken to in Mom's garage back in the day, and they would actually use these things as weapons coming through mud huts and stuff when they would get hands-on, bad guy go hands-on with their gun. They would literally grab this thing, or a knife, but the gunners would always just carry this screwdriver, and they would start jamming dudes with this screwdriver to get them to release. And the Strider pick, I think they call them the pick, the little shank, we did some Strider picks, and we took them and put our own paint job and laser on them, and we literally list them as prison shanks. It's the Strider pick though, and that's where this came to be. Originally, the Strider pick was scraps from the cutout from the water jetting, and they became so popular that they actually started water jetting out picks, whole sheets of metal. And I think this is all public information. It's not spoken about unless you're a big Strider fan. You probably don't know this, but I don't think I'm giving away any secrets here. And so there's a market for these things is what I'm saying. The Strider picks sell for $75. We take them, when we sell them for $250 up to $600 depending on the paint job and the lasering and whether they're sequential numbered or not. And we sell a lot of them every time we do. My point to all this is, if you're not making money, it's only because you don't want to make money. I truly believe that you could take YouTube videos that you watch or Instagram videos, remake them as your own. Give props, don't give props. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to know most of the time. Johnny Tactical, because I'm going to put his name out there. I'll be surprised if any of my viewers have heard of him, and vice versa. But I'm going to take this idea for $5. I think I'm going to be in it because I have tons of paracord here. We cut off enough in-cut paracord that just goes in buckets. I probably don't have to buy any paracord. I have plenty of adhesives laying around here that I don't have to buy any adhesives, though he used like what looked to be Loctite super glue. So that, and these pry bars. I have everything else. And I'm going to build up maybe a dozen or 2 dozen of them, depending how many of the pry bars I can get today. And we're going to wrap them in different color cord, and I'm going to sell them for $25. If they don't sell for $25, I can lower them to $20 and see if they move. This will have already happened by the time you see this video out. And anybody who sees this as an impulse buy or sees a use for it is somebody who could have done this all along for the last 25 years on their own, 30, 40, 50 years on their own, and didn't. So is it worth it for them to give me $25 to do something they could do for $5 on their own, but they've been alive 25, 35, 45 years and still haven't done it? I don't think anybody's going to be mad about it. I'm being very upfront how I'm doing this. So businesses all do the same thing. I'm just very open about doing business, and I'm hoping to spur some of you guys into the thought, right? Anybody could take paracord and macrame. That's what you guys are doing, right? I make paracord bracelet. No, motherfucker, you make macrame. It's what grandma did fucking 50 years ago when I was a little kid. Mom did it. Aunt did it. Macrame. It just hung pots, right? You guys just took some macrame. You took cordage and braiding and came up with survival bracelets. And a lot of guys made a lot of money off of these for years until they started putting them in all the truck stops because they were using slave labor in Nigeria and all around the world to make these things, and they were selling them for a few bucks. I could buy 550 cord bracelets from the gas station, repackage them as my own, and sell them for 4 times as much. It's just whether you have an entrepreneur mind. So we're going to test this out and market this and see what happens with it. And by the time you guys see it, you'll go, oh, I should have done that. But the beauty of this is you can still do it. You can still do it. All you need is eyeballs, and with eyeballs, you can sell anything. Depending where your eyeballs come from and what your genre is, it's going to dictate more of what you can sell. But it's all how you market it. It's all how you market it. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Just out riding around in my bunny head. Thought I'd say what's up for a minute. We're out here at the compound. I gotta come out and take care of some animals. Just wanted to take a minute and remind you guys to like and subscribe. If you ever see anything that makes you laugh, makes you happy, or upsets you even. Unfortunately, people spend more time on stuff they don't like than they do like. So if I say anything you don't like, make sure to send that to a friend. Also, go ahead and like and subscribe because I promise you I'll say some more shit you don't like. And if you love it or you get any value out of it, use one of my click-through links for Amazon or something. We get a little piece out of that. Amazon's evil, we all know that, but everybody's lazy and we're complacent and people still use it. So look at it as taking a little bit away from Amazon and giving it to somebody that you do like. And whether it be me or another YouTube guy that you watch, always use those links. It downloads a little cookie, gives us a little piece of what you buy. You don't got to be embarrassed. We know what's bought, but we don't know who bought the butt plug. It's okay. It's all right. So like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and we'll see you on the next video. So I said I had to pee. I just walked out here and peed out here in this gravel because it's my property and I live where I can do that, right? You guys in the city, you can pee on your property till some pervert next door sees you and tries to make a big deal about you peeing on your property. Never mind the fact he was looking through your bushes or down into your backyard to see you peeing. But there are people literally registered as sex offenders who have stopped on the highway to pee. Insane. Choose a better state. The whole reason I turned this back on is BioBreak. When I was getting ready to go live a few days ago with Jack Spirko and Nicole Sauce, before we go live, we're all in a room on the same screen, and Jack's like, hey, I gotta take a break for a second. Wire. Hey, I gotta take a break for a second. I gotta take a bio break. A bio break? What the hell's a bio break? And Nicole's like, he has to go pee. I'm like, I love that. I'm gonna use it, right? So I had to take a bio break. But while I was out here, I realized these piles over here that are just so hot, there's steam coming off, and so is the pond. And there's a little breeze because the steam is all moving that direction, or there's some convection there going on or something. John, you don't know what convection means. That's fine. You know what I mean, though. Here's a cat. Didn't Jordan Peterson say, anytime you have the opportunity, come here. Anytime you have the opportunity, always take the chance to pet a cat. Isn't that what he said? Come here. Hi, come here. He wants to be where you are, and then he acts like he doesn't want to be petted. This was one of the inside cats last year. Let's come over here and look at these wood chips. They are so hot. They say that if you dig down about 12 inches, they're 160 degrees is what wood chips typically are. And you can see these wood chips here smell amazing because they're full of cedar. Cedar is not what you want in your garden bed. And you can see here, these were live trees when they chipped them up because here's leaves in here also. So I don't know, about 160. I didn't dig far enough down there. Super, super steamy as you get closer. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I don't have time. Oh, I do have time, but I'm not going to take the time to put the drone up. But every time I do a drone over the wood chips, people always comment on those, how cool it looks. And it does. If you guys have a drone, get up early in the morning and go fly the drone and take video, shoot your B-roll. You don't know what you're going to get when you put that drone up, but when you put the drone up early in the morning, there is always something to capture, and it's always amazing. You get different animal sounds because you don't have as much traffic sound. The moon is still up there behind the trees, beautiful, especially over the wood chips. So you could set the drone here and just, all you have to do is just take the drone off and slowly fly up. And you'd go from gravel to wood chips to forest to moon to clear sky. And that could be your intro video. That could be your transition video. We pass so much stuff because we're in a hurry every day, and every bit of it is monetizable. So if you're not making money, it's only because you're not thinking about making money. Wire. If it's in the trash, it can't get back on the ground. People literally ask me, they're like, hey, I watch your videos. Do you plant those zip ties out there? Do you put that stuff out there? I don't. I really think it's coming because we've put so many wood chips over so much over the years. The chickens dig it up, and then when storms move the top of the soil around, they erode and it comes up because it's under there. But I think it's mostly chickens as they're pecking and scratching. I think they pull them up because I find zip ties in the exact same places over and over. And I thought a few times where I'll find them out in the gravel, I'm like, this had to have fallen off the four-wheeler. That's why I always make an effort to put them in the trash every day when I bring them in. All right, I have delayed working out. I've stopped drinking probably 3-4 weeks now. It's really the only change. But when you do make changes in your health, in your diet, in your physical fitness, in your working out, one thing usually comes with another, right? And that's the placebo effect. If you believe it's making a difference, then you try harder and you make a difference. There's a lot of studies where they take a real steroid and then they take a placebo steroid and they do test groups and they give them to both people and both people grow. Now the non-placebo guys, some of the non-placebo guys grow more than the real steroid guys because some of the placebo guys have a different metabolism or because they truly work out harder and the steroid guys don't work out as hard. But in monitored studies where everybody works out at the same time and they have them go through the same routine, the placebo guys still gain a lot of times because they think they're doing better. My point to all that is I've stopped drinking. That's the only thing I've changed. If I'm honest with myself, I've also cleaned up my diet a little bit, though I do still eat cake if it's here. That's why when I bring cakes in here and the girls don't take, because we do them for birthdays, when they don't take them home, I almost always walk them out and put them in the dumpster, because even if I put them in the feed bin, it's in my head if I see them in the feed bin, and I'll go back and I'll be like, man, I really want cake. Man, I really want cake. Man, I really want cake. Out of sight, out of mind. So if I'm honest with myself, I've stopped drinking 4 weeks now, and I've worked out a little harder, and I'm seeing it in the mirror. I'm more vascular. My arms are bigger. But when I look at myself in the mirror, I am very lacking in my chest. I always have been, and even more so now with just some little injuries and stuff. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to do more push-ups. I use the perfect push-up. It removes a lot of torque off my arm. I used to be able to straight bar curl 135 pounds, and doing stupid shit has caught up with me, and I'm older now, and I just feel it. My point to that is I can easy bar curl, right? I can curl bar curl, but I can't straight bar curl anymore. It's very difficult to put any kind of weight on a straight bar. It really hurts inside my here, whatever is in here. I don't know which part hurts, but something in there hurts. Whereas I can do the weight with these. I can't do 135 anymore. I don't work out heavy at all anymore. But the perfect push-ups allow me to move a little bit in the wrist. My wrists hurt a lot. And then not my elbow, but the other side of some tendon or something in the joint in there hurts. So these really do help. And I know they're gimmicky and they used to be 3 easy payments of $99.99, right? They used to be a TV show thing, but these are still around and available and they're awesome. So I'm going to make it more of a conscious effort. I've been coming in and doing chest a little more seriously and adding more weights on, but still very controlled, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some chest this morning. I don't think I'm gonna bother recording it because my 30-40 minute workout will become 2 hours. Here with this camera in my hand, I've already blown past an extra hour. Always my point. A 5-minute thing takes 20 minutes to record, and if I have a camera, I'll stop and talk to it.
Man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive, yeah.